Wow, 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 wow. What the hell? Hello, hello. How's everybody doing? All good, I hope. Sorry about the delay there, folks. I was just having my tea. I thought it'd be a bit earlier than that, but it hasn't been, is it? Oh, well, never mind. Right, so what are we doing today? We're doing part 2 of the live stream of the Bristol Blenheim. Whoops, sorry about the light. Bristol Blenheim build, part 2. So what did we get to? Well, last time we got to this, and I haven't done anything to it since, as you can see. So tonight we're going to try and do the cockpit here, maybe the gunner position, maybe the rear rudder, and the rest of it that goes on there. So we'll have a go. So just to remind you, after we've done this kit, we've got another kit. Those of you that are following me on Instagram would know what that is. And that is this aircraft here, folks. There you go. It's a Bristol Viewfighter. And this was based at Nanskut as well. Coastal Command. So that's what we'll be doing after this one. So let's get to it, shall we, folks? Without further ado, let's go. Wop, 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 wop. Wop, 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 wop. Right, now where did we get to? We got to this page here, I believe. Now I'm looking upside down. Whatever. Right, now then. So we've got to do the seat now. Let's get a bit of light on the subject. Sorry if you can't see very clearly there, folks. I do apologise. Right, so 8E2. Right, let's see if we can find that. So it's definitely not on that bit there. Let's have a look here. Here we are. So this is number 3. Is that the right one? I'm not sure. 62. What sprue is this? Sprue E. I'm not sure that's the right seat there, to be honest. It could be. 3, 2. That's 2. So that would be that bit there. And then E3 would be the seat. Okay, yep, that is right. Okay. So we've got to take that off and then that off. So I think we can do that, folks? So I hope everybody's had a good week. I have some video backed up, which we'll be releasing probably tomorrow, folks. I don't think I'll be doing it tonight. It's of Ding Dong Mine, which is just outside of Penzance, near a village called Madron. Now, Ding Dong Mine was quite a profitable mine, according to the records I found. Let's have a look here. So yeah, we flew around the area of Ding Dong, and we flew down the moor as well, because there's some ancient monuments around there. A bird in the hand. Hello there. You're eating your tea. I've just had mine. That's why I was a bit delayed tonight. Only by a few minutes. This might be a bit boring though. So if you know, it's kind of, I'm just doing the kit really. I'm not, maybe just to talk about what we've done and things like that. It's not going to be for everybody, I must admit. So what we're doing is, as I said briefly, we're finishing off, or doing a bit more to the Bristol Bristol Blenheim. The reason why I'm building this is in honour of the crews that were based locally here in Cornwall. The local airfield from here is Nanskuk, or RAF Portreif, and these aircraft were based there because I did find some archive footage of them taxiing at the airfield and flying around the coastal areas down here. And I know for a fact that some of the aircraft did crash around the area, so it's in honor of the crews, basically, you know. So the seats, let's have a look here. Right, so let's have a look now. I think it goes that way. So it's always best to pre-assemble your parts before you cement them. That's what we're doing. Ah, right, yeah, it goes in there like that. Okay, so we can cement that straight in there. So I've got some more balsa cement ordered, but it hasn't turned up yet because we seem to be running a bit low. So it should hopefully be here tomorrow, so we can use it for our other kit that we've got. Right, let's just check that a minute. So that basically goes in there like that. There we are. That's that little bit done. What's next? Okay, another seat. So that is E9. So can we find the other seat? Don't know. That kind of looks like part of it there. So what would that be? That is 9 and 10. 9 and 10. 9 and 10. Yep, that is correct. So we'll need that. Where's the other seat bits? It's got to be around here somewhere. You can't see it on there. Can't see it on there. So it's got to be on one of these small ones. Unless it's the seat that I've just done. Yes, it is the seat I've just done. Right, okay, as long as we know. Right, let's get this. This is going to be a bit fiddly, isn't it? Real fiddly. Ah, there we go. There we go, that's that one off. And the next one. Right. There we are. There we go, we got it out. Now let's get all the horrible bits off. I don't think that's too bad actually. Just it's not too bad though. Okay, that one's all right. Well, we can leave that. And to be fair, that isn't too bad either. Just a little bit of flash there. There we are. Right, so what is next? Okay, so we need the pilots and the control. So what numbers is that? D6 and D12. So we've got the pilot, so we'll get him out. Okay, he's now out. I thought I made a bit of a mistake then, but I have not. I'll just get him off there like that. A little bit of, there we are. Well, that's really good. Okay, so that's that off. So now we need the control. Where is it? Is that it there? Number 10. Is it number 10? No, it's number 6. So it's clearly not on that bit there. I cannot see it. That's surely not it there. That's a piddly little thing, isn't it? Oh my god. Right, so we've got another part there to put in as well, so that's number 12. Okay, we've got 12. Right, so we'll get 12 out. Let's hope I don't, let's hope it doesn't go flying. It's got bloody fiddly, isn't it? God. It's the trouble when you have big pasty fingers, folks.
What are we doing about roast chicken? Are we having it
I'm
tomorrow?
live right now.
Oh, sorry.
yeah. Either tomorrow or Sunday.
What are we doing about
You make a decision. I don't know. I'm a bit busy here in a minute. Sorry.
Okay. So we don't have to...
Ah, there we go. I found the controller. Here it is. Let Charlie decide. Oh, bugger, I've dropped it. Oh, no, folks, I've dropped it. Oh, there it is. Whoa. Oh, that was a heartthrob moment, wasn't it? Oh, flipping heck. Right, so now we've got to assemble all this now, which looks fiddly. There we are, is that bit. Right, there we are. Okay, right. So now I've got to glue that together, which does look really fiddly, to be honest. Really, really fiddly. Why do they make these things so flippin' fiddly? I don't know. I mustn't complain, folks. I mustn't complain. Right. So, is that actually part of it? It's not, is it? No, so these got to come off. There we go. That's one. Two. There we are. There we go. Right, so we've got a little bit of flash there to come off. Okay, I think I've got it. Looks like I've got it. Okay, let's get that glued together and then we can put the seat in it and go from there. Right, just going a bit over the top with the glue. That's one thing I do need to sort out soonish, is to get a more of a precision gluing thingy, because this is bonkers at the minute because I'm using far too much glue. Right, there we go. That frame is together. So I've got to leave that dry now. I would love to be able to paint the pilot, but it's just not going to happen, folks, because I haven't got the right paints for that, really. You know, I think later on, when we buy a few more kits, we will invest into some more better gear, because at the minute I've got stuff which I've had for years. You know, it's just like the old tweezers. These are donkeys years old, and like the old Swiss Army knife, it's ancient. And like the glue, I've had it for years. Mind you, I've bought another one. So we're just waiting for that to dry a bit a minute, and then I can actually attempt to put I've got to get the seat in pretty quick, actually, thinking about it. I should have put the seat in straight away, but I didn't. Oh, fuck. Oh, I ballsed it up, folks. Good job it didn't set, innit? Ah, darn it. Never mind, not end of the world. Never mind, folks. It's not the end of the world. There's no need to go and cry over spilt milk, as they say. Right, right, that goes at the back. So this goes. So we'll get this one on. Ah, bleeding. This is not going very well, folks. I do apologise. There might be colourful language. I try not to swear, but it's not going. Right, okay. I've got it. Oh, thank God for that. Oh my God. They don't make them so bloody easy, do they? Right, okay. That's as good as it's going to get. There we are. Leave that go now. Let's put a bit of extra glue on it just to make make sure there we are. Right, that's not going anywhere. It's definitely not going anywhere. There we are. Right, now I've got to get the, that should be easy enough. No, it's this this little bit here. So that goes, right, that goes on there like that. Okay, so that should be fairly easy, he says. He says, folks. Might be wrong. Come on. There we go. Don't need much of that. The trouble with me, I got pasty hands, so I find it a little bit difficult. Right, that's gone on okay. That's gone on. So now it's the control. Now, which way does that go? That goes in that way, so we should be able to do that. I think I'd better put the pilot in first, and then let's get Mr. Pilot in. Oh, okay, right. Let's get a tiny bit of glue. Right, okay. Let's just get it here so I can see. I think Mr. Pilot will have to come off for a minute. Right, okay. So there should be some glue on Mr. Pilot's bum. He's going to have to open his legs up a bit so we don't break. Right, we haven't, so that's good. And in you go. Get in there. Get in there. Oh, yes. Oh, we've got it. Thank God for that. Right, leave that dry now. God, that was fiddly, folks. My golly gosh. Right. What is next? The next bit, we've got to get A12 now, which is, what does it look like? Okay, we've got an idea. I think that might be it there. Number 12. Yes, that is it. So okay, take off the flash there and give that a bit of a sun. Let's see. No, that's going to come off as well. Isn't it? It is, isn't it? Let's have a look. Yes, yes. There we are. That's looking okay. So that's our next piece. So after I've done these aircraft, we're going to be doing a not a cruiser, a Corvette ship that was obviously from World War II, and it was the ships that went across the ocean when we were importing goods from America, like food and what have you. That's going to be our next big one. That's not going to be for a while, to be fair, but that's the next one. Right. So what do we? Okay. So this goes on there like that. Well, that's fairly. That's fairly straightforward. I think we can do that. This glue is getting a bit not so good now. I'm not really sure how much is left in. I've got another little small one like this. I haven't got a really much of an idea how much is left in that, so let's hope the new tub turns up tomorrow, because we do need it. Okay, leave that go. Ideally I want to leave that go now for a while until it's dried. Ah, right, okay, we need to make a little seat for the co-pilot. No, it's not co-pilot. Was it a navigator, isn't it? What's the navigator? Okay, so what number is that? C5. C5. Let's have a look. Can we find C5? I hope so. It's not on there. Is that it there? That looks like it there, doesn't it? What number is that? Number 19. Don't know. It looks suspiciously like it, but it probably isn't. Oh, there we go. Number 1. E1. There we go. Got that one. E1 and 5. E1. Right, so this must be okay. So it's on a different sprue. So we'll just move that over there, folks. I don't want to touch that too much. So it's probably on a different sprue. So it's C5. Well, that's there we go. It's on here. No. Oh, there we go. Okay, that one's off. And C27. There we are. There it is there. Come on. Right, there we go. Can we get it out? Come on. Yeah, you can. There we are. We've got it. Brilliant. Okay, what else is it? Is there anything else on the C's? No. No, it's just those 3 items. We've got to get that seat off there now, or the seat back. There we are. Get in there. God, these parts are so small, folks. It's crazy. I'm not complaining. I've chose to do this, of course, so we are going to persevere. Hello, Adrian. You right, mate? Yes, bird in hand. You definitely got to be in the right frame of mind. If you've had a stressful day, don't go nowhere near it. I've had a good day, actually. It's not been a bad day. Right, there's that bit of burr off that one. So is there anything on this? No, that's good. There's a tiny bit on there, but that's going to be extremely difficult to get off. I think we'll just give it a light, just trying to get a tiny bit of that off. And then we've got a tiny little bit there to come off as well. Like that. There we are. So that's going to be fiddly to get together with my great big pasty hands. Yeah, the size of my hands are massive, folks. Look, blinking heck. When I was younger, my hands obviously were smaller, so it was easier, you know. But now I've had great big pasty hands for quite a long time. That's probably why I haven't built any kits for a while. So, Adrian, if you haven't seen it, this is what we've got. This is what we started with from last part 1. So today, what we're doing is we're concentrating on the cockpit. We've got the pilot in his seat, which you can see right here. That was extremely fiddly to do. So in a minute, we're going to fit the navigator seat. Once I've read the resurrections, that is. Ah, right, okay, so there's 2 holes there. So there's 2 holes there. So that should be, I'm saying should be, fairly straightforward to do, but because it's so small, it's difficult. I think, to be honest, what I might do in the future when I buy some more kits, which won't be too long, is I'm going to go for the next size up so it's even bigger. You know, like a 144 or something like that. Right, okay. So we've got to get this seat together now. So let's just have a look to see how it's going to go. So this bit goes on there like that. So let's get in the light on it. Right, that looks fairly okay to do, so we'll glue that together in a minute. Don't need much glue on that bit because it's such a tiny little piece. Just a little tiny little dab. There we go. Just a tiny dab like that. And then get it together just like that. So leave that dry now. God, that's so minute, folks. It's crazy, crazy, crazy. Yeah, my mate David, who I've known for, God, decades. We went junior school together to Wergy in Redroof. And this is what me and David used to do for a pastime. And when we was in the Air Cadets, 77 Squadron Redroof, we used to build these kits in there as well. And we've actually flown aircraft as well, folks, because we went to RAF Shrewsbury, which is on the border of Wales, and I flew a Chipmunk. I remember the pilot saying, You have control. And I said, I have control. And I was bricking it. And I went to the left like that. I went, oh, hell. And then I went to the right like that. I went, oh my God. And then I put it back straight. And I kept it there for about 5 minutes. And then I said, you have control. He said, oh, that was quick. I thought he was going to be on there longer than that. I said, no, that's enough. Hello, Mark. You right? Yeah, I absolutely bricked it, folks. You know, absolutely bricked it. But at least I can say I've flown a plane. Awesome, awesome stuff. That was back in 91, I think it was. Could have been 89. Could have been 89. It could have been 91. I can't remember, to be honest. So many years ago. Crazy stuff. Oh, excuse me. Folks, if you haven't subscribed to Ghost Adventures of Cornwall, please do so. It is a fantastic channel. I'm very interested in the paranormal, and Mark and Hayley do a fantastic job. I'd say that Kerno sent you. Right, now we've got the seat, so that should be almost ready to receive the actual pedestal itself. Right, so we don't need a lot of glue. We're going to have to use a minute amount because this does look really fiddly. I don't even know how I'm going to do this, to be honest. I need some tweezers, actually. I do have some. I'll have to get them. Where are they? Here they are. I've got them. You're welcome, Mark. Very welcome. Tweezers. Here we go. There we are. There's a nice pair of tweezers. Yeah, the David I know, Adrian, is called David Zara. And he's a very close friend of mine. And as I said, I've known him for an extremely long time. Right, let's see if we can get some glue. This glue is at the end of its life, to be honest. There we are. There we go. Right, can we actually get this in the light minute? Can we actually get this to go on there? Come on. Yeah, we've done it. Brilliant. Oh yes, there we are. It's on there. Brilliant. Let's just get that the right way round. Let's leave that to dry. God, this is proven to be very fiddly tonight, folks. So I've got, as I said earlier, I've got some videos backed up, folks. I haven't released them yet because I do need to do a little bit more editing. But it's Ding Dong Mine, which is near Penzance, in the middle of the moors, near Madron. So we was there last night because it's quite overcast tonight, but it was lovely and sunny. The sunset last night was unbelievable. Unbelievable. Yeah. Excellent, folks. You know, proper friends are hard to come by, aren't they? You know, especially, you know. So I intend to hang on to good friends. Yeah, so if you're interested in the paranormal, folks, please have a look at Ghost Adventures of Cornwall and subscribe, because the stuff that they've captured, Mark and Hayley, is unbelievable. You know, it's unbelievable. It really is. But I know that spirits do exist because, as I said some time ago, me and my wife was in a Luggan Woods. We was at the West Lodge, which is near a Luggan, and we walked down through. It's all on YouTube. You can go and check it out. We got past the seats, which is next to the golf course, and I'm interested in the paranormal, and I do believe in it. I got an EMF detector, which it detects electronic field, and it also tells you if there's any spirits around, because they kind of react with that field. And the thing was going off the chart, you know, and I was asking questions and it was responding to it. And as we was walking past an area, you didn't hear it in person. It's only when I watched the video back, you could hear a voice saying, "Get out." And it really put the old heebie-jeebies up. And there was no one there, folks. There was nobody there apart from me and my wife. And when we reviewed it, it was like, holy crap, you know. But Mark and Hayley have had loads of experiences all around Cornwall. Well, not just Cornwall, all over the place. And it's truly amazing what they've captured. And it just proves that there is life after death, which there is, folks. You know, there's no denying that. Right, back to this kit. We've got to get their seats on there now. So that looks extremely fiddly. Extremely fiddly. But we'll do it. We'll do it. We'll persevere. Right. We shall persevere. Right. Don't need much glue on this bit, just a tiny little bit. Come on. Come on. Just a bit there and a bit there. Right. I might have to use the tweezers on this. Come on. There you go.
What are you doing?
Hello, Charlie. Do you want to say hello to everybody?
Hello.
That's my son there, Charlie.
Who's on there?
He's my trainee drone pilot.
Oh, yes. Who's on there?
We've got Adrian. We've got Ghost Adventures of Cornwall, which is Mark and Hayley. We've got a bird in the hand. So, yeah. We've got 4 people, so that's cool.
3 likes.
That's all cool. Right, so I've got to leave that seat dry now. So what is the next piece? Pardon? Where is the cat? In Granny's room. Right, okay. Right, G2. G2.
Hello, Ghost Adventures of Cornwall. Hello, bird in hand.
There you go. Look, everyone's responding to you.
Yes.
Good, isn't it?
Oh, yes. Weasel.
Right, so what number do we need?
How much you got left?
Pardon?
How much of your thing you got left?
What left?
Saying, hello, Adrian.
Right, we need A7, so I think that's 7 there. Charlie's quite softly spoken, folks. I hope you heard him.
Indeed.
Okay, so that's A7 right there. Right, I've missed. Oh, here we go. Here we are. So we need the glazing now. So there's the glazing. Not really sure which one we're going to use on that. We'll leave that there for now. Yeah, so Charlie's made up his mind what he wants to do when he leaves school now. He wants to be an engineer, which I said to my wife I didn't want to push him on that, because that's kind of like a family thing that like my granddad did. My granddad was a blacksmith down near a place called Todpole, which is not far from St. Day and not far from Deveron. And secretly that's what I wanted him to do, and he chose that he wanted to do that himself. So I'm absolutely over the moon with that, to be honest, because I've trained as a mechanic when I was at college, automotive engineering. But obviously when I left college, everything went computer, like the cars are now. Like you've got to use a computer to diagnose a problem. Back when I was at college, you had to physically find out. It's more like a mechanical thing rather than like a computer that governs
Dad, do you want to show you them
everything. Oh, right, yeah. Charlie's got a halfpenny, folks. Do you remember them? Do you remember these? I remember those. I can remember going to the shop in the village where my grandparents lived, and I had about 9 of them, and I used to get like some sweets. Showing me age now, folks.
penny sweets?
Yeah, you used to get like 1 sweet for half a penny.
What type of sweets?
Blackjacks and fruit salads and stuff like that.
What, a fruit salad for 1 penny? Or half a penny?
Where did you have an experience, Mark? Was that down at Luggan Woods on one of your lives? Because you've had like a few things that have happened, haven't you? I'm amazed that you haven't caught like oil lamps. Something like I've got one right here. Hang on a minute.
Oh yeah.
Oh, my legs are cracking up.
Yeah.
Something like so that. I'm surprised you haven't seen like reflections of these in the woods, because there's been quite a few reports of lights in the woods and what have you.
Have you showed them your action?
No, I won't. No, leave that there. Well, I gotta. Have you seen like oil lights, like the lamp I just shown you, like reflections of those?
Just said like that.
Oh, like that. Yeah.
A bird in the hand says, "You remember when these were the size of 2p?"
Yeah. I've got some here somewhere. Where are they? I don't know.
I've got a small one.
Yeah, I've got quite a few shillings and sixpences in the box, which is underneath the monitor there,
I've got a red
which
one.
is a little bit awkward to get to.
I've got a red one.
Right. What am I doing? Don't know. I need to get this. Oh, right. Okay. So what I've got to do now is I've got to take out this glazing and then put the glazing on there like that, which does look to be flipping awkward. But we'll have a go. Yeah, we've had quite a few things happen down at the railway at Houston, because obviously you guys know that I'm a volunteer there, and I'm the chief locomotive cleaner. And I've been in that engine shed down there late at night, no one else around, and not just me, a lot of people down there, like James, my mate, who's the manager. He's experienced things that are unexplained. Like, for instance, we were in the engine shed until about 11 at night, because I'm in charge of cleaning the locomotive, and I'm in charge of having a warming fire, which basically gets the engine right up to pressure. And then in the morning, when the crew come down, the engine, all they got to do is relight the fire and have about, I don't know, half an hour to 3/4 of an hour of a nice fire in it, and then the engine's ready for steam. Now, I've been in the engine shed late at night, 11 o'clock or even later, and I've seen like shadow figures on the platform that we created at Trevano. And yet that platform back in Steam days did not exist. There was no platform there. This has all been created by the Helston Railway that are there now. So is that spirit to do with the land, or is it because we've had quite a few older volunteers pass away since we've been trying to get the railway up and running? Is it the previous volunteers checking up on us, or what? We don't know. It's a mystery, folks. I did do a kind of investigation there where it was at dusk, and the light had gone, but there was a little bit of blue left up in the hill, and I was calling out for a response because ages back I'd finished cleaning the engine, and then I was packing up, locked the engine shed up, walking down, and there was like a stone thrown, and it hit the carriage, and it put the heebie-jeebies up me, folks. It really did, because I wasn't expecting it, and I didn't feel alone. I did not feel alone. And we walked underneath the bridge, and for about, I don't know, 100 yards, it felt like someone was following me. Didn't enjoy that, to be honest.
Why are you putting that model?
Where am I putting it?
Yeah, on the roof.
I'm going to put it next to that American plane we built. You know the one?
The one in the very back.
Yeah. Okay, that looks like it fits okay.
Why don't you have one like next to it so it's all the same?
Yeah, I think the next one we do, I think I'll probably do that, shall we?
When can I get a new laptop?
Well, what's up with the one you got?
It's slow and I can't download it.
Really? Oh no.
Even with that extended storage unit, it didn't work fast.
All right.
Adrian says something.
Yeah, I'll just look in a sec. I've just got to get. Yeah, I think my father's still alive at the moment, Adrian. But he is a wind-up merchant. He's kind of that kind of person. I think if you was like that in life, you will be like that in the next one.
He was a kid on the camera.
Can you?
Oh, I saw a bird.
Come on. Is it on there? Yes. Oh, yes.
Because I need a new laptop so I can get this headphone thing.
Yeah.
And then I can do the stop motion thing.
Okay, mate.
I could do better making fun.
All right. Well, we'll see what we can do. All right. Can't do anything yet for a little while. The Bluebell Railway. Yes, that is a very old. I think it might be the railway that started before any other. Actually, talking about the Bluebell Railway, here we go, folks. How about this? It's a bit dirty. A pin badge from the Bluebell Railway. Hey, how about that? I'm talking about pins. I recently came across this. This is a pin from, it's not an original one, but this is a pin that you would have wore during the First World War, because if you didn't have a badge and you didn't have a uniform on, they would call you a shirker. So I got that. Look, I don't know if you can see it very clear, but it says Great Western Railway Service. So yeah, I should be wearing that when we're down at Helston. Right, okay. So I think tonight what we'll do is we'll get the cockpit pretty much together, and then we'll call it a day on that. And then perhaps tomorrow evening we'll continue, because this is not everyone's cup of tea. It's more of a build and a bit of a chat, folks, really. chance to interact with you guys. Right, there we are. Where's the glazing gone? It's disappeared. Ah, there it is, right in front of my face. Oh, excuse me. Yes, I like I said, I do have some videos backed up, but I can't see me uploading them tonight because I need to do some editing, just a little bit. And what I've got to do basically is select a bit of music, and I'm going to do a bit of commentary about the location. And yeah, right, so is this going to be a pain or not? I don't think I've got the right one, have I? I think I've got the wrong one, you know. You're joking. Have I got the right piece? I don't think I've got the right piece though, you know. No, I haven't. I have not. Silly me. Yeah, I was talking with James, my friend, my mate, who happens to be the manager at Helston, and I was helping him with a different project recently, and I said to him, so have you had many people come up and say, do you want a hand with the engine? And he said, no, it's only you, Ray, Marcus and James, and nobody else seems to want to do the hands-on bit. There's quite a few people these days don't want to get their hands dirty, which is such a shame. You know, but we thought that people would be coming out the woodwork wanting to jump on the engine sort of thing, but they don't. Have I made a mistake here or something? Flipping more. I'm making mistakes, folks. It's not good, is it? Good job we got more than one choice. Right, there we go. That's the right one. So we'll put those there. Oh, dear, dear, dear. Yeah, I think the reason why I'm fairly interested in paranormal is because my mum is fairly psychic. She can tell you straight away if there's a presence at a location. I think she gets that from my gran, because my gran was very, very interested in the paranormal field. Right, okay, so we've got that now. Let's have a look at the resurrections again. Let's have a look at the chat minute. Okay, bird in the hand. I hope you get your internet and your cameras all sorted. Yeah, we've got CCTV as well, and I'm glad I've got it, because you might have heard recently that somebody was murdered just down the road from me, which is so sad, you know. And I only went by that road probably 6 hours before. You know, it's crazy, really upsetting, because it doesn't really happen down here like that, and it's scary when you think about it. I hope we don't get anything else like that, because it's so frightening. It really is. A local chap. Don't know the circumstances, but it's just deeply, deeply upsetting. Right. That looks kind of okay. Alright, just leave that dry. Okay. Looking at what we've got to do next. So we've got to get, once that's dried, we've got to get okie dokie dokie. Right. So now I've got to get, which part is that? It's that part there, isn't it? So we've got to get that, the pilot and the control area in that location. So that might be a bit fiddly. So let's see if we can find what it is. C. So we need sprue C. Now what one's this? That's A. E. That must be the C, I'm guessing. I don't know. Yes, it is. Right, okay. Right. Oh, flipping out. This is a nightmare. What is it? 28. There we go. There it is. We've got it. Noisy devil out there. Right, okay, so we've got that part, and now we need, that was 28, wasn't it? So now we need 26, which looks to be that one there. Okay. It's fiddly. Come on. Right, okay, got that. There we are. We've got it. There's another one there as well, so we'll keep that piece close to hand, but we'll just leave it there. Let's have a look. Okay, so we've got some a bit there, and then we've got a little bit there. Right, there we go. So drop that there a minute. So I've just ordered a 4-way gas detector, folks, for our underground explorers, and I've just ordered a microphone set, but it's not a conventional microphone set. It's one that's wireless, and it's got a special like wind thing on it. It's like a fluffy little thing. I've got that for when we're exploring outside, so I can plug it into like the phone, which is then connected to the gimbal. There's the gimbal. Bit more professional setup, folks. And also I've bought the adapter, which is for the GoPro. So the microphone system, basically on slide this, there's two little holes there. I've bought the actual microphone adapter for this, so when I'm recording with this, I can actually talk to you guys as we're going down the road, like with the motorbike rides and what have you. So that should be better. And when we're out exploring, because it's got a receiver and two mics which are wireless, I can have I can set up an interview with somebody or something like that, which I've wanted to do that for quite a while, but I haven't been able to. But now we've basically paid for it, so it's on the way. So that'll make our videos a little bit more professional when we're outside exploring, as we do. And another thing, when I'm doing the drone flights, I can actually record something with the mics when we're out in the field, if you know what I mean. Right, now I need to glue that into there, so let's have a look. How fiddly is that going to be? That's not bad at all. Yeah, that's okay. So let's do that. Let's do that. Yeah, so really, the videos that we're doing, we're documenting history for the future, basically. Anybody does YouTube, you know, we can all look back at this in the years to come and think, oh yeah, remember that. Well, some of the videos that I've done are now history, because the Red Roof old bypass, as we call it, which is where the Red Roof School is, I filmed it before they changed it the way it is now, and that video is now history. So really, we're documenting history for the future, which I think that is awesome, folks. You know, we can look back in the future and go, oh yeah, remember when it was like that. Right, that's in there. So now I've got to put, so that goes like that, and then that bit goes like that, is it? It certainly looks like it. Let's get that glued into place. Not always, Adrian. Not always, mate. Oh, the red mist comes in when I'm, like, for instance, I'm working on a bike or cars or anything like that, which we have done, because my two best buddies, Chris and Dave, we say, don't let the red mist come in, because it does. You just can't help it. But I had a good good experience yesterday. Those of you who watch the video will know. We've got two vintage Honda Express NC50s. One's 1978 and one's 1979. Now I've got the Haynes manual, and I've been studying it like the Bible. Here it is here. So yeah, so I read in there how you start the bikes, because I've never owned one of those before. I've had Honda 90s, C90s before. I've had loads of those. I've never owned a, well, we call it a chicken chaser back in the day. And yeah, I've never owned one, so I didn't know how to start it, basically. You know, It's like a little like clockwork engine, really, when you think about it, because it's like a spring inside. And what you do with the kickstart is you don't kick it as such. You just push it down probably about 4 or 5 times, and then the rear brake, you squeeze it, and that the brake is attached to a mechanism inside which releases that spring, which then turns the engine over. And I didn't know that. I'll be honest, I didn't know that until recently. But the thing is that these scooters, I think they're a little bit more reliable than the modern scooters. The modern scooters, it's a rubber band, basically, like a fan belt, and that what takes the drive from the engine to the rear wheel. And when they get old, they do tend to wear out and snap, which I've had happen to me. This one's got cogs and chains and things like that inside of it, so it's more reliable in my eyes, you know. Such as like my little Simba that we use, the bike that you've seen with me on the road. There's no rubber bands on that. It's a proper motorcycle chain, so it's a little bit more reliable. That's what I think, anyway. Now, I've got to put that on there, which does look to be quite fiddly, to be honest. It does look like it will go okay. Oh, right, it goes on there, so we need to put a bit of glue in there. I'll do that in a minute, and then we can concentrate on the other part. Come on, glue. Up you come. There we are. Don't need much for that. I think we might need the tweezers for this. Oh dear, dear, dear. Oh my god, this is fiddly. How the heck am I going to do that? I have to go from the other way round. Sorry folks if you can't see very clearly. This is extremely fiddly. Looks like I've got it. Good golly gosh. Right. I think we put a tiny bit more glue on there just to make sure. There we are. Anybody been watching The Secret Vault? He's done quite a big lot of videos about a RAF base in Wales, where they used to keep all the ammo and so on and so forth. I just can't believe that place is derelict like it is, you know. And yet there still is an army presence there, but they've basically mothballed the site, which is crazy. Crazy. Used to be a railway connection there and things like that, which I find that very interesting. Now, what are we looking at here? E19. So we're looking for E. Is that E? No, that's not E. I think that's C. Yeah, that's C. Here we go. E. There it is. Is that the one? 19. Yep, we found it straight away. There he is. So we're only doing the cockpit tonight, folks, because we've already been on hour and a quarter, which is quite amazing, really. I know the time flies when you're doing stuff, doesn't it? Right, so we've got a bit of burr there to take off. And I am concentrating as well. When you're concentrating, time just go out the window. It's like when we've been down the railway. Sometimes we've been down there all afternoon, and it only feels like a couple of hours, and yet it's been like 6 hours. Mind you, it's something that I'm passionate about, isn't it? So, right. Where does that go? I think it goes there, doesn't it? Yep, it goes right there. So we'll get that on there. Might have to order a coffee in a minute. And the missus. Right, there we go. We'll get this on, and then I'll ask my lovely wife for a nice cup of coffee. Right, let's get in the light. Oh, bugger. There we are. He's there. Right, folks, I'll be back in a second. I just want to get a coffee. Won't be long. Oh, my legs. All right, okay. Okay, cup of coffee on the way. And we're back in the room. Right, I've got that on. So it looks like that pretty much can go together now. Pretty much. So let's just put it together and see what we've got. I might need to nip that bit off there, actually. There we are. Looks like that glazing is not quite right there. Okay, it's okay now. That glazing is not behaving. Ah, it's because it's not on right. thank you all. I is alive.
And kicking.
Yeah, all on the interwebs.
I've made a new channel and I've got a new video.
Have you?
Yes.
You've made a new channel, eh?
Yeah.
What channel have you got?
Yeah.
What's it called? Darth Vader.
I'm doing that. Doing what
All right. Okay. Wicked, Charlie.
What have you done now?
Well, I got trouble with the glazing here. It's not really behaving.
Can you glue it?
Yeah, I have glued it, but I've made a slight mistake.
Adrian said I used to get frustrated sticking in plastic screens. You have the patience of a saint.
Yeah, I do at the moment. I'm getting a bit frustrated now.
Getting my videos up, look.
Right, mate, I'll have a look in a bit, all right? A little bit busy right now, but I will have a look. I think, to be honest, what I'm going to have to do is glue it and then just manipulate it into position, basically, which is going to be fun. Right, need tweezers then. Right, here we are. We've got it. Oh my god, that was fiddly. Oh, flipping heck. Oh, that was extremely fiddly, folks. Flipping Nora. But we've got there in the end. As you can see, like, it's nice and straight, pretty much. Just got to leave that dry now, because that was painful. God, just got to just give that a little bit more persuasion. Okay, we're there. We got it. If you heard that, that's my mum's ring. Oh, right. So let's just see what it looks like. I'm not going to put it on there yet properly, but I just want to just kind of we have to bit of sanding down the looks of it. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's kind of there, but it's not. It's not quite. Yeah, it looks to be really, really fiddly. I think we need to take that out and just make sure we've got this lined up properly. And it appears to be, which is good. It isn't quite right, folks. We can use that bit of filler stuff that I've got. I think I need to leave that dry, to be honest, because I don't want to balls it up this time, this late stage. But we're definitely getting there now. Yes, yes, Adrian, I think they did. Yeah, not being funny, but the plastic they use now is a lot harder and more durable than what they used to be years ago. Because I can remember the plastic was very soft, but now it's quite very durable. So we're getting close now to this little cockpit getting into position. Just want to leave that glue dry properly, and then once we've done that, we'll call it a day. See how I feel later. I will try to get a video up tonight. Not promising, but if I don't do it tonight, I will definitely get a drone flight for tomorrow. I've got it all backed up. It's ready to go, but like I said, I need to download it and off the drone, and add a bit of commentary and a bit of music to it. So we will get that up, and then depending on what is on tomorrow, I'll try and get my motorcycle ride up. We've got a motorcycle ride from Ding Dong Mine down the bumpy track, and then onto the main road, and then down towards into Madron, and then from Madron all the way down through the back roads to St. Erth, which is just outside of Hale. I think it's about 30 odd minute long, so it's quite a good one. Yeah, it's filmed in 1080p on this lovely little device, the old GoPro. So yeah, we got those two videos to get out there, and if I can get this done tonight, then tomorrow we'll do a bit more. Perhaps tomorrow night we'll do the rudder and the rear wings, and maybe the machine gun and things like that, and maybe try and get the engines done as well. And then part 4 will probably be painting. We'll probably paint the aircraft NATO green initially, and I'll see if I got some brown so we can do like a camo pattern. That should be good, shouldn't it, folks? Right, so I'm hoping that's dried now, so let's give it a go again. Looks like this bit here isn't. Okay, so we have to put a bit of filler in there. Unfortunately, can't really odds that. That bit goes in all right, it's just that bit there, which is a pain. Yeah, I think we can put a bit of filler in there.
Can you subscribe to my new channel?
Yeah, mate, I will.
Didn't airports go out of business about 20 years ago before the relaunch?
Yeah, they did.
That's what Adrian said.
Yeah, I know. The front bit is not quite right. This is really difficult. I think we're going to have to use a bit of filler on that. Simple as that. Right. Not perfect, but it's acceptable. Well, there we are, folks. I hope you've enjoyed our live stream tonight. I will be back again tomorrow, whether it's, well, I'm not going to commit to say that I'm going to be back tomorrow doing this. I will try, folks. We'll leave it dry now, and I will, if you're following me on Instagram, then you will see that if I go live or no. There is 2 videos that I've got to edit. Like I said, we will at least get one on tomorrow. Whether I come back with this aircraft tomorrow or not, I'm not really sure right now. If you're on Facebook, there is Kernet EXP Facebook group. If you're not on it, then hunt it out. Just type in Kernet EXP and you will find it. It's our yellow sticker that we usually have. If you're not on that, then send a request. I will accept you. And if you're following me on Instagram, you'll know what's going on. It'll probably be the drone flight up tomorrow at some stage. And then after that, if I've got time, we'll get the motorcycle journey up. But anyway, folks, I hope you've enjoyed. And we'll see you very soon. There will be a video tomorrow. I don't know which one it will be, but it'll definitely be up tomorrow. Thank you, Adrian. Thank you, Bird in the Hand. Thank you, Ghost Adventures of Cornwall. We'll see you all again soon. And until then, cheers and gone, folks. Take it easy.